Florida City, Florida, a community known for its close-knit neighborhoods, was left shattered when 9-year-old Calvin Antavious Scott's life was cut tragically short. On November 16, 2024, Calvin was fatally shot near 865 West Lucy Street in an act of senseless violence that sent shockwaves through the small town.
Say his name.
Antavious Scott.
Say his name.
Antavious Scott.
Say his name.
Antavious Scott.
Forever 9.
As the investigation unfolded, the community's grief turned into a relentless demand for answers. Who would kill an innocent child, and why? With determination from law enforcement and support from the community, a suspect was eventually arrested, offering a glimmer of hope in the pursuit of justice for Calvin. Calvin Antavious Scott was described by his family as a bright, energetic boy with an infectious smile and a heart full of love. He was the type of child who brought joy wherever he went, with a curiosity for the world and a future brimming with potential. On the evening of November 16th, Calvin was found near his home with a fatal gunshot wound. The details surrounding the shooting were initially scarce, and the lack of immediate answers heightened the community's anguish. Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos. Calvin's death was not just a loss for his family, but for an entire community that felt the weight of losing one of its youngest members. News of Calvin's death spread rapidly, sparking an outpouring of grief and outrage. Vigils were organized to honor the boy's memory, with neighbors lighting candles and sharing stories about the vibrant child who had been so cruelly taken from them. One vigil drew an especially large crowd, with motorcyclists from surrounding areas riding through the streets to raise awareness about violence. Their message was clear. The killing of a child was an unbearable tragedy that required action. He was just a little boy, one neighbor said during the vigil, tears streaming down her face.
There's no rule book to this. Nobody knows how to take something like this. It has to stop.
They have a saying of silence. It is time to stop silence. And if you see something, and if you know something, I know there's someone out there that knows something. They need to come up and give this mother justice.
He deserved a future. He deserved to grow up. Detectives from the Miami-Dade Police Department quickly launched an intensive investigation into Calvin's murder. From the outset, it was clear that this was no random incident. Tips from the community began pouring in, and investigators worked tirelessly to piece together the events leading to Calvin's death. The effort paid off when, after weeks of interviews, surveillance reviews, and forensic work, authorities identified a suspect. Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos. In early 2025, an arrest was made in connection with the killing, marking a pivotal moment in the case. The suspect faces charges related to Calvin's murder. Law enforcement officials credited the arrest to the cooperation of the Florida City community, which rallied behind the police to ensure that no stone was left unturned.
This is Mr. Montreal Jackson. There's video surveillance near the shooting of the vehicle parking. There's 2 males exiting the vehicle, holding a gun, walking towards the direction where the victim was killed.
Calvin's death has become a rallying cry for justice and change. Community members have used his story to draw attention to the broader issue of gun violence, particularly how it affects children in vulnerable communities. "We can't keep burying our babies," one local pastor said during a rally held in Calvin's honor. "This has to stop. We need to do better for our children, for our future." Local leaders have echoed these sentiments, pushing for increased efforts to curb gun violence and provide safer environments for children to grow up. From educational programs to community patrols, the tragedy has inspired grassroots movements aimed at preventing similar incidents. For Calvin's family, the arrest of a suspect provides a measure of relief but does little to ease the pain of their loss. His mother, in a tearful statement, described her son as the light of our lives and vowed to ensure his memory would never fade. "We just want justice for Calvin," she said. "He was taken from us far too soon, and our hearts are broken." The family has received an outpouring of support from the community, with neighbors and friends coming together to provide comfort during their darkest hours. As the legal process moves forward, Calvin's story serves as a poignant reminder of the devastating consequences of violence. His death has galvanized Florida City, uniting residents in their demand for justice and their commitment to creating a safer world for children. While nothing can bring Calvin back, his memory lives on in the hearts of those who knew and loved him. His tragic story underscores the urgency of addressing violence at its roots and ensuring that no family endures such a loss again. Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos.